Here they come off turn number 4, and quickly, Dana DiMatteo blasts his way to the bottom of turn 1.
DiMatteo on the inside, Burnt on the outside, gets a great run coming off of 2. He blows out ahead. Here comes the Stampede, 120 miles per hour going into turn 3. Burnt has the lead.
Eric Burnt will take the top spot. Jake Johnson looking to move up to the second spot as they come around to complete lap number 1. Outside lane advances. It's Burnt at the point.
Jake Johnson, though, is fast. He quickly pulls in on Burnt, moves to the inside after the 11 Connecticut drifted up the track. Jake Johnson quickly swipes the lead away.
In less than a mile, we've had 2 lead changes. Here comes Jake Johnson. He's the big dog. Remember, he pulls away and leads him down to turn 1.
Point, Eric Burnt thinking about stepping out of line on race.
Trouble, turn 3, David Arute spins. Then you got the 55 car around Wesley Plucker. Jacob Perry's involved. He got hit from behind by Michael Rutkowski, and that brings out the caution.
There's the green flag from Mike Helberg. We're back underway, and it's Johnson to bring the field into turn number 1, pacing at the point.
Johnson had a great restart. Trouble in the back of the pack. They're stacking up again. It's David Arute, Wesley Plucker, and one other car up against the safer barrier.
So down in turn 1, we have the second caution of the event, and among the cars involved, David Arute is involved. The 55 is involved. Monaco Modified racing at its best. Up to speed through the gears. Jake Johnson continues to lead him in turn 2.
Silk had a great restart on the outside, but can't quite stay alongside Johnson. He might have gotten to the back of that pit. He runs in the second spot. McKennedy inside of Kopsick for third.
McKennedy to the inside, Kopsick topside. That's the first side-by-side battle between the top 2 that have strung out, Jake Johnson and Ron Silk. The race for third continues, nose to nose.
McKennedy and Kopsick have gone at it all race long, and it continues right now as they continue to go bar to bar. Put at third position, McKennedy and Kopsick still even through 3.
They are side by side. Now Teddy Hodgson moves in. Here comes Matt Hirschman off the turn. Still racing down into turn number 1. McKennedy's got the third spot. He's moving in. I'm Ron Silk in second.
They race even going into turn 3 outside the top 10. Swanson's got the advantage with Braun behind him, who gets into Bassett. Around goes to 39. Braun goes head on. Bassett backs it in, and they're piling up behind him. Max Sackum's involved. Eric Goodale's in it, along with Muchacharo in the 47.
This time, it is still Jake Johnson, but the big question is for how long? Here comes John McKennedy.
McKennedy on the inside of Silk, but Silk stepped on it coming off of turn 2 on the top side. He holds on to second. Hodgson on the outside trying to get by McKennedy, but he's got Chapman below him.
Ron Silk into the second spot. Then it's going to be McKennedy in third. Close racing for fourth. Chapman to the inside of Teddy Hodgson for that spot.
Those two were leaning on each other down the front straight. Hodgson's got the leverage coming off of turn 2. He hangs on to that fourth spot. Chapman gets in line in fifth. Now Woody Pitcat tries to take sixth away from Doug Covey.
We haven't talked about Woody Pitcat, the Woodman, at all. He has snuck into the top 6. Doug Covey is up to 7th. Ronnie Williams is in 8th.
Green flag is back up. We are back underway. Perry to the outside lane, gets the jump in the 21. Missouri back to the bottom.
A lot of cars sliding up in turns 1 and 2 as they're side by side for the lead. No longer. Missouri is clear. Perry tries to get to the bottom, but Beers sticks the nose in there trying to take second.
Beers dives down low on the inside. Perry is stuck in the outside lane. Here comes Dylan Izzo. Here comes Marcello Rafano, and there is Matt Hirschman in that pack of cars.
Top 4 single file. The first side-by-side battle is actually now for fourth. Izzo went wide coming off of 2, opening the door for Rafano in the 88, who gets into Izzo in 3. Izzo makes a nice save as he slides up the track.
Izzo out of shape, will lose 2, 3, maybe 4 spots in a 3-wide battle with Muchacharo and George Bassett Jr. for 6th.
It got real tight off of, but somehow they came out of it okay. Izzo lost a lot of spots. Battle for fourth, no longer battle. Hirschman scoots on by Rafano with ease.
He made literally a tap to the side rub rail, rubbed him wrong, made the move, and pulled it all off. Meanwhile, further back in the field, we've got things upset. Trouble now in turn 1.
Pastriak hard into the outside wall after getting collected with one other car up in turn number 1. A vicious impact to the outside wall. Looks to be the 47 underneath the 5. 53 of 80 in the books. And here we go. Back under the green flag. Missouri and Perry make up the front row as they go to turn 2.
Perry took advantage to be on the front row. He's on the outside of Austin Beers in the battle for second, while Missouri checks out in front. Hirschman gets hooked down the back straightaway, goes all the way down to the grass, but everyone comes out of it okay.
Look at Austin Beers moving in to the second spot. Meanwhile, George Bassett Jr. off the pace. Hirschman is off the pace with car number 60. Matt Hirschman dropped from the top 3 to the bottom of the field.
So he'll go to the tail end of the field. We'll check down on the pit lane and see what the problem might be for Matt Hirschman. Doesn't look like it's going to be 3 fall finals in a row here today for the driver of car number 60.
It's Meservey that leads the way. Silk in the 4th spot is the furthest up front amongst those who just pitted. Here comes McKennedy with the bottom shot again, trying to take the lead away.
As that happened, all of a sudden, it was Austin Beers who got washed up the racetrack. He lost 4 positions. Meanwhile, that puts Silk in the 3rd. He's not done yet.
Back to the pit lane as the leaders are already off of turn number 4.
Oh! Down the back straightaway. It is a car that goes up on 2 wheels. That is the Brett Meservey machine, and we've got a yellow.
That happened coming off of turn 2. Tyler Chapman had a run on Meservey, tried to get to the inside, but mistimed it, got into the 76 instead, and when Meservey hit the concrete, he actually climbed it for a moment before getting back on all 4.
His car is in front of Chapman. Watch what happens here. Down the back straightaway, Meservey goes up on the wall with the right front and the right side tires. Chapman did not come in contact with him.
Pace cars on pit road. They'll come to green this time by John McKennedy, race leader, to the inside of Jake Johnson. Back to turn number 1, and they are side by side at the point. No one with the advantage up the backstretch.
Johnson trying to hang tough up top. He said, oh, they made contact. McKennedy's in the wall in front of the entire field, and we have a mess. Half the field piled all together, including Jake Johnson and John McKennedy, the 2 leaders. They're crashing in turn 3. Woody Pinkett just hit the wall after contact with Copsick, as you got about a dozen cars all wadded up together in turn 3.
An unbelievable chain of events. Side. Jake Johnson, McKennedy comes up the track. Literally, Jake Johnson, McKennedy come together. Everybody scrambles. They get on the binders, and from then on, well, you can see the end results. And there was a situation there. Here's another look at it, different angle. McKennedy is the leader. McKennedy goes up the racetrack. Jake Johnson is there. And Silk was able to sneak by. And then, of course, the ripple effect. And literally, Bonza, you were right when you called it. There was literally about 10 cars involved in that situation up there.
Among them, Matt Swanson, who's climbing out of his car. He's done for the event. Doug Cobing, the 88, is about to go on the hook. There was a lot of top gunners that were involved in that accident, as McKennedy might have came up a little bit on Jake Johnson down the back straightaway.
The final 5 down to the turn number 1. Silk in command, bottom of the racetrack there.
Silk has the lead. Bassett trying to take second away from Perry, but Perry got a great run on the outside coming off of 2. They might go 3 wide. Rafano on the inside. He's going to go for it, and there's contact for second. Goodale's in the wall. Perry gets turned, flips Marcello Rafano, who also goes around. Perry's left front is ripped up. Marcello.
5 laps to go. We try it again here for the Monaco Modifieds. Off of the corner. Green flag is back out. Ron Silk with the jump, as he leads by a car length as they go to turn 1.
Eric Byrne files in line from the outside. He has second. Bassett trying to hold on to third now as he's side by side going to turn 3. Bassett drives it in deep, trying to find his way past the 51 of Cipriano.
Bassett keeps the margin strong on the inside lane. All of a sudden, Joey Cipriano makes the crossover. Cipriano to the inside for 3.
That was a nifty move coming off of 4 as Cipriano ran Bassett up the track a little bit through 1 and 2. Cipriano takes third back. Bassett in line in 4th. Newman on the outside of Dana DiMatteo for 5th.
Haven't seen Ryan Newman in the top 5 today. We could right here as he brings that number 4 car to the outside of Dana DiMatteo in a battle for 5th and 6th as they go back to turn 2.
Still going at it bar to bar. DiMatteo started this race on the pole, fell all the way back. He's back in the top 5 trying to hold on to it while Bassett takes a look inside of Cipriano and bottoms out.
Side by side, bid right there with Newman on the outside. They come back to the stripe, 2 laps to go. Meanwhile, it is DiMatteo right there to contend. Equally matched off turn 2.
A little contact between DiMatteo and Newman forces the 4 up the track. That opens the door for Max Zachem to scoot on by on the inside. Now here comes Tyler Chapman in the 06.
Meanwhile, off of turn 4, a white flag in the wind. 1 lap to go for Ron Silk, has a commanding lead into turn 2 for the final time.
Silk is ahead by over a second over Eric Byrne coming off of turn 2. After falling through the field after a pit stop, Silk leads the way through 3.
Off the turn, back to the stripe he'll come. Win number 3 of 2025 for the Monaco Tri-Track Series. He'll take down the impressive victory.